Hello, welcome to Fitting and Homemaking. My name is Sarah, and today we're going to be doing some tidying. Now, apologies for any weird noises that come out of this area. We haven't had rain in eons, like literally eons, and yeah, there's tons of pollen in the air. It hasn't had a chance to get washed out of the air. We're in a severe drought. We're under watering restrictions. And I just feel kind of crap today. So I've taken the day off work to try to rest and drink hot things to clear this out. I made this tea. Forgot I made this tea. So this tea steeped for like maybe 45 minutes. Probably not that long. 20, 30 minutes. Longer than like the 3 minutes that it's supposed to steep. So I'm sure that's going to be lovely to drink. It does have milk in it because I'm not a psycho. And we'll be tidying today, okay? Also, why I'm not wearing my glasses, because it hurts to wear my glasses right now. But if you watch my other videos, thank you. Thanks for watching my other videos. Thank you for coming back to the crazy. You'll notice that I usually keep a tidy house, if not a clean house, a tidy house. And this is not tidy. And that's partially just, I started feeling unwell yesterday afternoon. And, you know, the books are out from last night. Usually I'm pretty good about asking my kids to pick up after themselves, reminding them, hey, before we move on to playing with this other thing, let's clean up the first thing that you're playing with so you have more room. You know, those sorts of things for my own sanity, just so that it's easier for them to learn that skill growing up. Being in the YouTube community, I have seen other people where they just, like, my parents didn't teach me how to clean up. It's not common sense. It's a learned thing. So trying to make sure that we do that. But yeah, I was just too exhausted to do that. Yes, I have a husband, and he does do that as well, but he was kind enough to take on kind of the bulk of getting them through their bedtime routine last night. And this morning, they were playing nicely while I was doing the things I needed to do to get them out the door to daycare. So I was just letting them play on their own and not reminding them to tidy up. So the house is not as tidy as it usually is. It's a Friday. We're good to be going into the weekend. And I'm solo parenting for a decent part of tomorrow because my husband has to work. So I do need this to get cleaned up before tomorrow and before they make another fun mess tonight and just be a little bit more on top of things tonight. I'm hoping I'll feel a little bit better, but it is supposed to rain this weekend, so hopefully that will help. Anyhow, enough chatting. I do have a mic on because I don't want to have to do a voiceover later. Let me get a sip of this. It's about as fantastic as I expected it to be. But yeah, so here we have a monkey chair. This is what my son was playing in. He was trying to fix his guitar with the tools that he dumped in the back of his dump truck while sitting in his monkey chair this morning. So his toolbox is in the other room. I'll go get that, and then I think we'll visit the books back here and just put them in the bookshelf. I did recently go to the library and switch out their books. So we'll take care of that. If you're used to watching my normal, like, cleaning, tidying videos, usually I start with laundry, but we switched to a flexible rate electric plan last month instead of just doing the standard plan. So now we have on-peak hours, off-peak hours, and discount hours. So we've been trying to do the laundry and like run the dishwasher during the discount hours. And right now it's almost 10:15-ish. Excuse me. And the discount hours during the day are 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we get 30% off the standard rate. There are only 3 hours that are on peak hours, and that's like double the standard rate. So you don't want to be running any of your appliances, any of your large appliances during that time. And then the discount hours are like 10% off. So if I ran it now, I'd still be saving 10% off the standard rate, but I'd rather just wait another hour and get the 30% off. So we have done a month of that, and we saved about $6.50 off our last electric bill, which seems worth it. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. We'll see. The peak hours change next month in May, and they switched from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And presumably that's just because when everyone's like running their air conditioner on high after they get home from work. So we'll see how that goes. We have a little smart meter thing on our air conditioner that the electric company installed to kind of see how we use that. And we got a credit. We get credits on our bill for that. Like the first month it was like a $50 credit, which so our electric bill for next month is like $20. I nearly had a conniption when I saw that and thought that can't be right. But it's because that $50 credit. And then I think we get like $8 off each subsequent summer month since it's on the AC unit. So yeah, we'll see how that goes next month. I have reprogrammed our thermostat so that the air conditioner won't cool down until like after the peak hours. So we'll see how uncomfortable that gets and if we want to switch back to a standard rate or not. Anyhow, sorry, this is me procrastinating and really just not wanting to do this. This is part of why I'm filming it, because I don't want to do this. But I do want to give you guys more content than what I've been giving you lately. So let me stop blabbing so much. Let me take another drink of this horrific tea and maybe set it down over there and get started with putting this stuff up. Max is just hoping I stop talking and disturbing his nap time. Aren't you, Max? You're a good boy. All right. Electric guitar goes in the room. Now, a lot of times my kids do play together, but they were playing a little bit separately this morning, which was kind of nice. But here, move this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to put all his tools in his toolbox. But yeah, they were playing separately this morning, so we'll probably move to the kids' room after this. Those are just cars. And guys, this does work. There's like a battery on here. Have to like sorry, it almost sounds like there's a bird or something trying to get down my chimney, which would be awful. If a bird flies out of there, I'm gonna absolutely lose my shit. But yeah, anyway, I don't know if you can see that or not, but he loves these tools. This was a Christmas gift. Uh-oh, what's that? So my son was playing with my daughter. She got a little tiny Frozen figure gift set, I guess, for her birthday the other week. And my son had put some of the clothes in here, so this is a little piece of clothing. You'll see the gifts up when we move into the nursery. I keep calling it the nursery, the kids' room, because that's what she was playing with this morning. All right, let me go put this in here. I'm gonna take this and just toss it with the rest of the Frozen toys in there and park the dump truck behind you, because that's where it lives. Oh gosh. All right, and these are just toys that go in the nursery, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take them in there, and we'll deal with them when we deal with the nursery. Let's see if I can break down the monkey chair so it can go in the front closet again. Oh, good. It was easier than anticipated. Always love that. All right, so we're gonna clean up some of these books. There's also books on the table over there that I'm about to go get. So let's do that next. All right. Let's see, we have some ready to read books because my daughter is really wanting to start to learn how to read, so we're working on some sight words right now. And that's junk mail from the hospital where my daughter was born. So these can go in here. Now some of these books are the books that we own, still library books, but we also have Mighty Trucks, I Stink, which is about a garbage truck, The Old Truck, Best Counting Book for My Son by Richard Scary, I don't know how you say his name, apologies. Let me just get these in here. If you want your books to last long and you're putting them in sideways, make sure you're putting them in spine down. Otherwise, the weight of the pages within the book will kind of pull on the spine and eventually the spine will break. Let's see, we have Meter's Birthday Surprise and Frozen Northern Lights for some more ready-to-read books. They also really like Spider-Man, and there's this Marvel children's graphic novel called Spider-Ham. So we have a couple of those. This one needs to go back. That one's overdue. I didn't realize that was in my backseat of my car. So we have a couple Spider-Ham ones. This one's A Pig in Time, and this one is Hollywood Mayhem. So they find those hilarious. Little Blue Truck book probably needs to go back. Another Mighty Truck book. I haven't read this one yet. Unicorn and Yeti, Cheer Up. K-Pop Demon Hunters, this was a gift from my husband to my daughter for her birthday. It's just like a magazine where you learn about the characters because she saw that movie once at a sleepover. The Welly Wishers. She has a Welly Wisher doll, which is part of like the American Girl franchise that she got as a gift. And then The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein, classic. Actually, does this one fit in here this way? Yes. All right, I think that's it for books. These two need to go back to the library. So I will leave them on top here. This is Monster Jam Showdown. I'll leave that up here too. My husband put together a bracket to see. We have like a little track that he built where it's just like a runway track. And they have lots of like the little Monster Jam cars. So they were trying to see who, I'll put this under here too. Who, actually I'll put this over there. Their magazines generally go over there. Gosh, I sound like a freaking owl. Which one of the cars goes faster? But the kids lost interest after like 5 minutes, which I think disappointed my husband a little bit. I think he was a little bit more into it than they were. All right, over here are like Easter cards and birthday cards. And then the rest of this is just gift bags for my daughter's birthday that I need to shove into my bag of bags. But it's also pretty full. I guess I'll just take it into the room for now with the cards. Yeah. And maybe we'll visit the room too. All right, let me take these in there. Uh-oh, Max, one of your balls is under here, buddy. Oh, that did not feel good. Okay. All right, let me take another sip of bad tea and recycle this magazine. I'll be right back. Maybe we'll move to the nursery after this. All right, guys, I forgot I had this in my room. I took it off the mantle, but this is a Lego. Uh-oh, part of it just fell off. This is, oh no, Mayday. All right, take two. This is a Lego that my daughter got for her birthday that we put together. Wow, English is a stupid language, isn't it? We put this together, and it's a Little Mermaid one. But it's actually pretty cool because my generation grew up with like the doors open and stuff. But my generation grew up with like Polly Pockets, which I think they had a comeback. But you can actually close it and then turn the key and it locks. How cool is that? So this was on the mantle for a while. So I need to go put it back there. It just traveled into the room. So be right back. All right, guys, let me sit in this tiniest chair. Welcome to the kids' room. Let's see, we need to clean off the table here and under the table, I guess. This room could really use a vacuum. Don't know if I'm up for that or not. There's also toys in the bed. I need to strip the beds because the sheets, I need to do the sheets. Could probably afford to clean off the dresser. But a lot of it's just random art that they want to keep. You know, there's a flosser there that I should get. But yeah, I was pretty proud of my daughter for putting together that logo because some of the pieces are really small and fiddly. And she actually completely put it together herself. Occasionally she would ask for my help, like getting the Legos pushed together all of the way if it was awkward, but like she completely followed the directions all on her own. When she put something together, it didn't look quite right. I said, hey, like, look at the picture again. Let's see if, you know, that's right or not, because, you know, there were 3 different bags and they built on each other. Sorry, I should be cleaning while I'm telling you guys this. But yeah, but these things are so tiny. Look how tiny this piece is compared to my hand. Anyway. But we got Sven, we got all the folks here. Looks like my son returned to Kristoff and Olaf. They were helping him repair his guitar this morning. I haven't seen the second Frozen, so I don't know who this one is. My daughter says it's a water horse. I don't know if the water horse has a name or not. All right. Hopefully those are all the small bits. Oh, guys, I think I'm gonna have to vacuum in here. Or at least sweep. Probably vacuum because there's a ton of crap on this rug too. All right. Well, we'll think about that in a minute. Back into the closet. All right. These guys just go into a wagon in the closet. And I'll let you guys see the chaos that is the closet because we have too many toys now for the setup. This is a little pipe cleaner man that my husband made that my daughter wanted to find, and she couldn't find her Yeti in her bed last night because it was under her pillow, which took like 2 seconds to find this morning. But it was an issue last night. So I'll put this back in her bed. This can go with art stuff. I'm just gonna leave the logo on the table there. And this is a Play-Doh knife. My son wanted that this morning to, let me take a knee, to help get the tape off his electric guitar. All right, and just get the huge chunks up. All right, is there any other just straight up trash in here? This her friend made for her, and I know she wanted it to be hung up. Put it there for now. Uh-oh, unicorn fell over. There we go. All right. All right, guys, let's get these beds stripped. Where to put all the stuffed animals? That's always the challenge. I think her top blankets are probably okay. Just knowing how much laundry I'm probably not going to get through today. So I'll just put it here. Is there space for that there? Lift up a blankie and there's even more stuffies underneath. Always amazed by just the amount of dirt, mulch that makes it into the bed. Because usually I make them change out of their dirty socks. And they don't really play, or at least my daughter doesn't really like play up in her bed much. All right. So many stuffed animals. Yeah, it's just dirt. It's not even like, you know, like hair oil or anything. It's just dirt. Almost threw her pillow on the floor. That would have sucked. We'll get that washed. Uh-oh. Teddy bear's coming in done in the back. This is like a Build-A-Bear knockoff thing they did at daycare. So it's got like Velcro in the back. And the Velcro is just starting to lose its juice here. All right. That's probably all gonna fall on the floor, but we'll pick it up. Oh, just about knocked that on the floor. It's probably out of shot though. All right. Part of the reason why I picked, well, my husband and I picked this particular bunk bed was because the top weight limit is like 200 pounds. So that way my husband and I could both get up here without fearing that it would break. The one I liked a little bit better was it had stairs on it rather than a ladder, because I thought it'd be easier to make and unmake beds, but it's actually not that big of a deal. Pick these guys up. Okay. That's the stuffy pile. All right, now, oops, sorry guys. Now for my son's bed. Occasionally he'll take like these hard toys into bed with him. It's like, imagine that's uncomfortable if you roll over it in the middle of the night. Oh, guess he had an accident last night. We're still doing the potty training with him, and he was just hitting the water last night, so yeah, that needs to be washed too. Oh, that was very, didn't need that close to my face probably to smell that needed to be washed as well. Okay. This is okay. I tend to wash his sheets a lot more often just because he has nighttime potty training. Oh, I need to get the pads at the store. So I'm not going to wash these because I've just recently washed them. He likes to curl up kind of right on top of his pillow sometimes, so sometimes he accidentally hits that. Luckily the pillow is very washable, which is nice. But he's not 3 yet, so he still has some time to get the overnight stuff sorted out. But it's very nice not to have to buy diapers anymore. And he's doing his best, so. All right. Get this washed. How's that? I don't know if that's like pollen or like how it got between the top sheet when he never has access to this bottom part is just ridiculous. And I have since learned to use these pads, but I put them underneath the top sheet, not the fitted sheet, because we found before when we put it on top of the top sheet, the fitted sheet is what I mean, it would just like move around in the night and then move off to the side and be totally useless. So I don't mind washing just this. If I had to wash the rest of it, it sucks. So let me go throw this away. I'll come back. I'll get the laundry out to the laundry room. I'll show you his pile of stuff. He's in the chaos in the closet. And I should vacuum. I just don't want to. I should do it. There's like literal mulch. I'm seeing literal mulch on the floor. I'll show you the mulch on the floor. All right. All right. So this stuff's going to be the next load of laundry that goes in to make sure it gets cleaned quickly. Might as well take this too if I'm going there. Those are the stuffies on the table. Chaos in the closet because we've gotten more toys than we have room for. Look at how tight those hangers are in there. The clothes are just taking up so much room that there's room at top for the hangers, but not for all the clothes. So my daughter agreed that she would go through and clean out some clothes, and she just got a lot of clothes for her birthday. All right, let me figure out a place to put you guys so I can vacuum. Stand by. I just about forgot that I was going to show you the floor. All the mulch on the floor, because I know you can't see it from there, but it's like this level of just mulch and random stuff. It might not look that dirty when you're far away, but the amount of dog hair and mulch and stuff on here and under the table, there's just like chunks of stuff. There's nowhere to move the chairs now that I've... There we go. Usually I just flip them up on top of the table, but you guys are getting a nice view of my greasy hair right now. I was planning on going for a run today because I'm supposed to run for a half hour today. But maybe I'll be feeling well enough tonight to do it. So I did not shower this morning and did not wash my hair in anticipation that I would start to feel better after having breakfast and tea, but that was not the case. So I'm gonna start over here. right, you guys were totally in my way for that last part, but that's fine. Max, did you have to come in and see what was happening? I know, make sure you stay off the bed. You're welcome to... He always loves coming and lying down on the freshly vacuumed rug, which is sweet, but also a little irritating. So it's like, I just cleaned that and now you're getting dog hair all over it again. Joys of having a dog, though. It's worth it. All right. Don't know how much of me you can see. I'm gonna go put the vacuum up because I don't want to vacuum anymore. That was very tiring. I guess I'll take you into the other bedroom to tidy up a little bit. I really should wash those sheets, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it today, so maybe that'll be a weekend thing, like mainly the duvet cover, and I'm not up for taking that on and off today. But I think there are some things to tidy. Okay. Sorry, sometimes when I have allergies, I get bad... It's like not the classic tinnitus where you like... Don't know if I said that right. Where it's like the high tone beat, but it's like a vibrating high tone, which sucks right now. I think it's probably just because I just vacuumed and things are clogged up here. But let me go put the vacuum up and we'll go take a look at my room. All right, guys, this is kind of the current state of the room. I got stuff to hang up, stuff to put up in the closet, stuff over here you can't see to put on the bed, getting the bed ready. Yeah, so not too terribly much. Mainly, I just kind of dumped stuff instead of putting it up. So I guess let's get to doing that. Hang this up first. Actually, does this need to be washed? No, it does not. Okay. Well, there's some stuff on the floor over here. Hang that up for my husband. I guess I'll be nice. Generally, let my husband pick up after himself because he is an adult. But that way I won't repeatedly step on that. This is my daughter's. Not sure why that's in here. Maybe she was wearing it before nap time. What's this? That goes with my husband's stuff. We're just gonna, oh, we'll do that in a minute. Over here, where you can see. Let's do this stuff first, Sarah. This looks like it's about to topple, but not my stack. All right, cards. Go over here to deal with in a minute. Let's see if we can fit these bags in my bag of bags. All right. Sorry, I know this is behind the bed. You probably can't see much of it. Isn't that one cute? I feel like it's just gonna get caught on every single thing. It's more of a tote bag, isn't it? All right, let's see if we can shove these down here on the side. Oh, those went in okay. Have a fantastic birthday. Can probably reuse that one for my son in a couple months. Get down in there. Of course, obligatory unicorn bag. Oh, that's a card. This one is very rigid. I guess we'll just set this one to the side of it because it's really rigid and I don't think it's gonna fit in there and I don't want to bend it. Okay. Shove that back in there. Oh, come here, you. All right. We're just gonna slowly close that and ignore the rest of the stuff in there. Let me go put this, I think I put the other one like this on the back of my daughter's door so she can have a bag. Okay. Random laundry. This is not a laundry bag. Random grocery bag was sitting next to the dresser, so I'm gonna take this out and put this away too. All right, let's do this bed next. Get this. And by doing the bed, I'm just gonna fold the sheets, the comforter down so that the sheets can air out a little bit since we will not be washing them today. I find it does help keep them a little bit fresher when you let them air out. This is the very lumpy, oh, that needs to be washed, pillow that my husband likes. That's like, who knows how old this is, but he really likes it. So I will wash that, and because I think we have a separate pillowcase for it. Let me go see. All right, this is like a zippy pillowcase cover, so that's gonna have to do for the moment while I'm washing the other one. The second one that I thought we had is in use elsewhere. I shouldn't say that. I knew we had it. I didn't think that we had it. Obviously, I know what pillowcases we own and which ones we don't, but there we go. That'll get him a cleaner pillowcase for tonight. Should I double it over again? Why not? We'll do that today. As long as it doesn't fall off the bed, right? And I think I'm going to sweep in here. I'm going to put the monitor on my husband's side of the bed because it's his night to get up with the kids if they need something. So let me switch that over because then the cord won't be as in the way for sweeping. So I can just tuck it back here. Get back there. Get back there. Why is everything so hard when I feel like when you have like allergies bad and your face just feels like so heavy, then everything requires you to lean forward, which makes it feel worse. And then everything you do leaning forward takes 5 times the amount of time that it normally should. Okay, sorry, that's just me bitching. All right, work bag. I guess that's fine there, and my slippers are fine there. Maybe I should have a drink. All right, let me clean off the dresser, and then I'll sweep up the floor. Oh. All right, now that the family pictures are down, clean up the dresser. Since my husband and I agreed that the kids would not be on the channel, I just... Okay, so these are cards that can go under here. So that at some point later, we can go through and sort through there. These can go with the Christmas stuff under the bed because that's some of the Christmas tins we use. And next time I see my parents, I'll give them to them since they are the keepers of the tins. This is extra candy from What is that? Easter. So I'm gonna go put it where the rest of the Easter candy is for the kids. All right, we try not to let the kids have too terribly much candy at one time. Just like on Halloween, yes, like we kind of let them gorge themselves and just know that there's gonna be consequences. This we need to keep. This is after school care through the Y for our daughter. For the school she's going to go to, we did decide to send her to the public school closest to us because it's a decent school. This is the thing that got us the credit, the Energy Wise Home, it got us the credit on our electric bill. But we don't need that anymore. Throw it away. But the public school is literally on the way to daycare, and the daycare is only like, I don't know, 6 minutes away from us, something like that. I'm just gonna stack this up. Put his shorts on top of it. This is a remote control for my son's tractor that he has, and he can actually drive it on his own now, decently safely. He listens to us well enough when he's on it, so not sure why that's in here, why this pencil is here, but this is my husband's stuff. So I'm gonna put it in his bowl. Where should I put this? I guess I'll leave this out up here. This is crinkled enough where it can go in the trash. And if you're wondering, yes, I am just throwing all of that on top of the overflowing trash in the bathroom. These are ribbons we're going to tie to the blueberry bushes so that I know the dead parts to cut off. These are part of my daughter's bike streamers that came off, so she wanted to use it for that. Let me just go get a bag and put these in. All right, maybe we can take care of that this weekend. Damn, I should have taken that in there and put it in the drawer. This is a souvenir that my husband got for me when he visited Italy. But it broke on the way back, so he finally fixed it. I think we're gonna maybe hang it up on this other wall over here, but all right, let's take these two things where they belong, and I'll just give this a quick wipe down. All right, quick wipe down. Yes, I'm just gonna wipe it on the floor because we're gonna sweep here in a second. I'm not gonna wipe under here because I don't know where else to put the paper, and I don't want the paper to stick to the wood if the paper gets a little bit damp. Yes, we are in that mode of cleaning right now. Excuse me, Max. All right, put this back here. I'll put this paper on top of the ribbons. And this is stuff that's here because I need to take care of it. All right, let me get you a different view and we'll sweep. I really need to replace some of these frames. This one's just absolutely broken, so it just leans against the wall. All right, I don't think you guys can see those. And just toss that on the floor, I guess. All right, this is just gonna be a quick sweep. Obviously, we have either walked in here with shoes or my kids have come in their mulch-filled socks. I talked to my son's daycare teacher this morning, and she confirmed to me, because whenever he takes off his shoes, it's like half a playground full of mulch comes out of his shoes. I'm just like, how on earth are you getting that much mulch in your shoes? And it's like mulch and pine straw, right? So I talked to her and she said, yeah, he's been taking off his shoes and sometimes even his socks and like running around outside barefoot. And she said, which we can't really have. So, you know, they make him put his socks and shoes back on. But I guess they aren't super precious about making sure his socks are totally mulch free before he puts them back on. I don't know. They've got a lot going on. That is not me, like, you know, criticizing them at all. They got a lot going on. But yeah, the other day, yesterday, actually, uh-oh. That's a little gift from my son to my husband. Put him back up there. Yeah, last night my son took his shoes off in the bathroom because he was changing clothes, and just so much came out that I had to like dust bust the entire bathroom floor. And I mean, our bathrooms are like not large bathrooms by any means, but it had spread across the entirety of the bathroom. So there was a significant amount in there. All right. Oh, that's heavy. Apparently we are quite behind on laundry. So my work from home days used to be Tuesday and Friday, and that was like perfect. But because of a project at work that like half of my department is working on, it's like a cross-departmental thing. They had these weekly meetings that interfered with our departmental, like with a meeting where most of our department went to. So we changed our meeting because we knew that this project would be over at some point and that it was harder for like the other group to reschedule. But what that meant, this is sticky. What that meant was that instead of having to be in the office on Wednesdays, that switched to Tuesdays. So now my work from home day is Monday, and it's just, well, it's nice to like the day before the weekend and like the day after the weekend to not have to worry about commuting in. I get so far behind on laundry now since I'm doing laundry on Mondays and Fridays instead of Tuesdays and Fridays, and it's weird how much one day of difference makes and how far behind I get with it. So anyhow, that project is going to be mostly over by the end of this June. So maybe I think we are planning on switching back to Wednesday being in office days. We'll have to see. Maybe it'll be through the end of the summer, but I miss my old work from home schedule. And yes, I know I'm very privileged to be able to work from home part of the time. It does make fitting and homemaking much easier. All right, guys, I think I'm not going to throw this in the bathroom bin because it's overflowing, which I should probably empty, but I'm not. I think I'll do a little wash, start a little wash because it is now 11:10 and we're on the cheapo electric rate. And then I think that's going to be it. Maybe once I remake the beds in the nursery, I'll give you a little overview. But I didn't give you an overview to start with, so we'll see. We'll see if I do that or not. If I don't, sorry in advance. But yeah, let me go throw this away and go shove some laundry in the machine and hope that all the stuff in the dryer is dry. Yeah. Be right back. All right, y'all. I just realized that I need to tidy up the kitchen, but I'm not going to show you guys that because it's essentially just emptying the dishwasher and putting like 5 dishes in from this morning. It's not that bad, and dishes are loud. So, all right. There is stuff in the wash that needs to be transferred over. Oh, good. My basket's here. Hopefully this is dry. Oh, good, it's dry. Lovely. It's amazing to be able to open up. Oh, here's a fitted sheet for my son's bed with a ball on it. A dryer ball, not a regular ball. That'd be weird. Okay. I am missing a ball though. Oh well, one ball is not going to make or break. Oh, there it is. I feel it. The wash being softened. All right. And I just saw my forgotten tea over there. Okay. Get this switched over. I think I'm running out of laundry detergent. And I think we're running low on milk, so I might end up going to the store at some point today. Don't really want to. Oh, and here's another sheet that I can use for my daughter's bed if I really wanted to. I really just kind of want to sit on my bum and do nothing. Which, guarantee I'll probably figure out some lunch for myself if we have anything to eat for lunch. And do that for the next little bit. All right, oops, get in there, you. That sucked, tried to escape. Yeah, you can tell this is the number of kids hangers we have. And usually there's way more than that, but they're all being used by my daughter's clothes. We definitely need to clean that out this weekend if we can get a chance to do that. All right, I also need more laundry detergent. I'm running pretty low here. Not so low that there's not enough for today, though. All right. Fitted sheets. Pillowcases. Oh. Get Zachary and Giselle in the delicates bag so they don't get messed up. And I think that one blanket might be a little heavy. So we might just do that on its own. Well, no, we'll put this in here because both of the blankets over here are my son's blanket. I want him to have a blanket for tonight, so we'll get that one. And it's not too full. All right. Glad I checked. Weirdly didn't clean it out the last time. Oh, that's because I just emptied it. Duh, Sarah. This is why I'm not working, because I would so screw up my job so bad. My job requires a lot of attention to detail, which obviously I'm lacking at this moment. All right. Perfect. All right, so that'll be it. Thanks for joining me. Hope you like the cleaning content, which I haven't, well, tidying content really, it wasn't really cleaning. Haven't done that in forever for you guys, so hope you like seeing a little bit of that again. And I know I still owe you that February budget one. I was supposed to get my notes updated for that, and I just haven't. But I will, promise, I will do that, even though it is grossly overdue. But that will be it for today. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of content, like, subscribe. If you just like the crazy talking to you while I clean, very cool. Thank you very much. Please hit the notification bell so that you are notified when I post another one of these. Thanks so much. Hope you're doing well, and I'll see you the next time.